Hello my dear students, welcome to the board. How was the Math Victory virtual classroom? And how was the video? Wasn't that awesome how the coordinate system works in the aviation industry? It plays a vital role, especially, and you saw in the first video at the controller room where the air controller, the traffic controller for the flights, how he or she uses the coordinate system in planning, in scheduling such a way that each flight can land safely. So it's very important because the air controller, he or she, when she looks at the screen, she knows where each flight is located according to the coordinate system. So that way he or she can position or give the landing rights for them so that they can, the pilot can land the plane safely. And then it's the second video and you saw inside the cockpit, inside where the pilot is watching, and he also has a coordinate system. He or she also has a coordinate system in adjusting the plane such a way that it will focuses where it need to land. Can you imagine that? There's no coordinate system and the pilot is using his own judgment and just land. You can do that. See that mathematics plays such an important role in so many different fields. Okay, and that's why it's so important, the communication between the air controller and the pilot. Have you flown? And I'm sure when you were in the plane, what does the flight attendant says? They tell you to turn off your phone, your electronics, radio, or any games and all that. Why? Because they don't want any sort of interference during the communication between the air controller and the pilot. See, so that would be a frequency, and if there's an interference, so it will be difficult for the pilot to listen to the air controller when he gives a coordinate or a position where, when, to land. See that? So that's very important. And then on the third video, you saw the fighter jet. Now Mr. Max not into war, but there are times you need to have military support. You have to have force to protect your country, because let's say the enemy to attack our country, we need those sort of protection. So that's why when you see a serviceman or woman who serves in a form of military or air force or even policeman or woman, when you see them, greet them, say thank you to them, because they're here to protect us from getting harm. Okay, so see that the coordinate system is so important, because when the air force, when they attacking or targeting the enemy, they need to know the location, the coordinate, so that they can shoot. All right, okay, good. Well, let's talk more about coordinate. Okay, in this sub lesson we're going to talk about x-axis, y-axis, and the point of origin. Before we do that, let's talk about in a form of map. All right, let's say for example Mr. Mac got a map of the world. Okay, so let's say Mr. Mac to tell you find, okay, I'm just going to tell you find Uruguay. If I just tell you to find Uruguay, how's that? It's going to be difficult, isn't it? You're going to say, whoa, stop, so big. If I know where Uruguay is, of course I can locate that. If I have to find it without any kind of coordinate system, I have to scan through every one country to find Uruguay. All right, so actually Uruguay is right here. All right, now let's say for example, if I ask you to find Poland. All right, now again, where is Poland? Where is Poland? If I know where Poland is, it's in Europe, then I can focus it to the Europe section and then look for Poland. Now if I to give you a coordinate system and tell you, well, the Poland is located like this coordinate, you should be able to find it right away. All right, okay, good. Let Mr. Mac put a coordinate system, and then we locate the countries by using the coordinate system. I'll be back within a few seconds. Now look at this. Mr. Mac put a coordinate system. We created a horizontal scale and a vertical scale. So I start the horizontal from 0 to 60 and the vertical from 0 to 40, and then I put like a 5, 5, 5, 5 scale, right? It's been 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, and same thing 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40, and onwards up to 60. Okay, so now if I tell you Libya is located, let's say 33 3317 and ask you locate Libya. If I to give you a coordinate 3317, so I told you Libya is located 3317. Alright, so let's locate 3317. So now we know that 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Now you know that 35, so 33 will be right here somewhere, alright? So now we want to go straight up this way, alright? This way up, and then 17. 5, 10, 15, 20. So 17 is going to be somewhere like this. So we know 33 and 17. If I had to move it straight up until where it's been, oh, right there, Libya. See that? So see how easy it is? Before that, if I had to tell you to find Libya, you have to really search for it by looking every countries, alright? But now if I give you some sort of like a coordinate system, was so easy, isn't it? Alright, let's do another one. Okay, let's say if Mr. Max said find let's say Taiwan, okay, locate Taiwan, and I give you a form of coordinate. This time I told you 48, and then let's say 48 and let's see 16. Alright, so let's locate 48, 16. Okay, so now we know that 0, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. So it's 50. So it's going to be somewhere here. So we can put our finger here. And then 16. 5, 10, 15, 16 right there. Okay, we're just going to go perfect vertical and horizontal. Such a way this two line meets. Okay, we're just going to go straight up like this. Oh, right there, Taiwan. See that? It was so easy, isn't it? When I give you in a form of coordinate, you're able to locate the country. So easy. Okay, let's do one more. This is so much fun, isn't it? Alright, even the Mac to ask you to find, this time Latvia, or Finland. Oh, Finland. Let's find Finland, alright? Okay, let's find Finland. And I told you that Finland is located 33, and then 27. Alright, 33 and 27. Alright, so now let's find 33. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 33 is going to be right here, right? So somewhere there, and then 27. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27 right there. Alright, so we're going to go vertical and horizontal line, alright? So in other words, this one going to go horizontal, alright? And this one go vertical. So we're going to see where it meets. So, meets right there. See that? Finland's right there. And there it is, Finland. See that? It's so easy, isn't it? So see how coordinate system works? It's so much fun. Alright? If I had to just ask you to find Finland again, it may take 15-20 minutes to find it. Am I right? Because if you really don't know where to locate it, because we'll start looking here, and then we'll start looking there, and then start looking here, and then start looking there. Oh, there it is. Okay, see that? Okay, if I do give you the coordinate format, it's quick and easy. Okay, good. That's how we're going to learn in this lesson. Okay, we're going to learn what is coordinate system, what is coordinate, and we're going to learn what is x-axis, y-axis, because we have a proper way of locating. Now, do you notice that when Mr. Max said 3327, I started with where? The horizontal scale. Alright, the horizontal scale. Okay, because when I go to the horizontal scale, that give me the vertical line. Alright, so because let's look at 33 is right there. See, I went vertical using the horizontal scale, and this one is the vertical scale. See that when I go to the vertical scale, and that give me the horizontal. So 27 is right here. So I went horizontal line. See that? Okay, so very important. Okay, so vertical scale and the horizontal scale, and this is always is what? Horizontal scale, and this one is vertical scale. All right, vertical. All right, this is vertical. Okay, this is horizontal. Very important. Okay, now let's see what happened if I mix it up. I put this one as the vertical scale, and this is a horizontal scale. So let's use the vertical scale. Okay, vertical scale is right here, 33. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 33 is right there. Okay, now this one's going to be the horizontal scale. All right, I'm mixing up now. Okay, 25, 10, 15, 20, 25, 27. All right, now let's see where it meets. Then we're going to use the horizontal line with the vertical line. Okay, so we're going to, oh, look at that, it fell right nowhere. It's in the ocean. Finland is not in the ocean. See that? It's nothing there. All right, see that? That's what happens. You got to have a set rule. A set rule means you got to have the such a way. It's universal. Everybody knows the moment they look at the coordinate system, they know this is the horizontal scale, and this is the vertical scale. Okay, horizontal and vertical. All right, now let's look at this one. So again, we're going to mix it up. We know this is going to be what? Horizontal scale and vertical scale. Now this time you're going to say this as a vertical scale. Okay, well, vertical 48 is not there, so let's go to this one. All right, so we're going to say this is a vertical scale because 48 is already outside there. There is no 48 because there's nothing there. All right, so let's go to this one. 33 is a vertical scale. 33, so you got 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so 33 is right there. And then 17, 5, 10, 15, 20, so 17 is right there. So let's go that way. Again, it's in the ocean. Okay, so it's supposed to be what? 48 should be the horizontal. So horizontal 48, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. So 48 is going to be right here. And then 16, we're doing this one, isn't it? Okay, 33. 33, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. So 33 is right there. And 17 is 5, 10, 15, 17 is right here. Okay, let's move right there. Oh, that's right, we're talking about Libya. See that? So Libya is not somewhere up there. Okay, so Libya is right there. So that's why it's very important, okay, to locate, to understand the setup. The setup is, this is the horizontal and this is the vertical scale. All right, but we're going to talk the x-axis and y-axis. I'm just wanting to know that there is a rule, and mathematics has the rule as well. Okay, which is the x-axis, y-axis, and 0 the origin. Okay, let's talk about it. Okay, and I'll be back within a few seconds. My dear students, now let's talk about x-axis, y-axis, and the point of origin. Okay, now when I say x-axis and y-axis, now the horizontal line, it's always x-axis. Okay, the horizontal line is always is what? X-axis. The vertical line, very important. Okay, they make a 90 degrees. Okay, remember 90 degrees. So that means the y-axis and x-axis makes perpendicular. All right, so they make 90 degrees, and the vertical is the y-axis and the horizontal is the x-axis. Okay, so y-axis and x-axis. All right, very important. All right. Okay, now, and their scale. So let's say, for example, Mr. Mac to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and keeps going. And then I'm going to scale up towards for the y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now very important, the x-axis and y-axis is always horizontal and vertical. Okay, so once I have the scale set up, now I want to find a location. Let's say, for example, Mr. Max said, okay, give you a coordinate. I give you a coordinate which is 2, 5. All right, now very important, kind of we learned at the map, the horizontal should come first and then the vertical. This time we know the horizontal is always what? X-axis. The vertical is going to be y-axis, so it's going to be x, y. Kind of like the letter goes A, B, C, D, E, X, Y, Z. See that? So X, Y. So keep in mind X, Y. So X comes first and then Y comes next. So keep in mind. So the 2 represent the x-axis, 5 represent the y-axis. Okay, so now let's locate it. 2, 1, 2 right there. All right, and then y is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. So our goal is to create on the y-axis, once you locate the point, and also x-axis, when you locate the point, you create for x-axis from the point to a vertical line. All right, a vertical line. So I'm going to go straight up vertical line, and then x-axis, and then for y-axis you create a horizontal line right there at the point of intercept right there. That is the coordinate. That is the coordinate for 2, 5. Okay, so that is 2, 5 right there. See, that's pretty easy, straightforward. Okay, let's say Mr. Mac to give you let's say 5, 2 this time. All right, so 5, 2. Okay, so 5 would be what axis? X, and 2 will be Y. Always label them. At the beginning, label them. Put them X and Y. That way you know X is this and Y is that. After a while, the moment you look at it, you know this is going to be X, this is going to be Y. Alright? So after practice becomes permanent in you. Alright? So that the moment you looked at it, you will know this is going to be X and this is going to be the Y. Alright? Okay, let's look at 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Okay? So, and then we're going to create a vertical line. Alright? And then we're going to find 2. 1, 2. We're going to create a horizontal line. Look at that. Look at the 2 coordinates. By changing the location 2 to 5, 5 to 2. See that? Let's say, for example, you are in the Navy, alright? So you have your enemy, it's, let's say you're located right here, alright? Alright, let's say you're located right there. Let's say this ocean. And then you're given a coordinate. You said, Roger, Roger, the enemy is located 2, 5, okay? And they ask you to attack the enemy. Alright, so let's say, for example, well, let's not use you, let's use somebody not belong to SCOI Math Victory. Alright, let's do that. Okay, someone doesn't belong to SCOI Math Victory, and when they said 2, 5, they did what? They start 5 first, and then they put 2, and then let's say the enemy, okay, the enemy shoots it, and that's their own enemy location, their own position. Alright, so they shoot at the wrong place. They're supposed to shoot at the yay, and let's say Math Victory student. Alright, Math Victory student, and then when they say the enemy is located 5, 2, and you know exactly what 5, 2 is, boom, you shot it. Get right into the enemy target. See, that's so important. See that? You need to know the coordinate system. Even in the Navy is referring more in the ocean. So they're talking about servicemen who attacks the enemy from the ocean side. Okay, so they also use the coordinate system because they might find the enemy ship will be somewhere. So you got to find, when you use your radar, it shows it where it is. Okay, oh, there it is. So the coordinate system. So you position your target to your enemy side. See that? So it's very important to know your coordinate. Okay, let's find another one. Let's do another one. Let's see, Mr. Mac, to give you, let's say if I give you 4, 6. Alright, so what's our first step? Exactly, we're going to label, this is going to be X, this is going to be Y, okay? Very important, because we don't want to shoot at the wrong location, alright? Okay, good. So we're going to find 4 first, which is X-axis, okay? This is the X-axis. Always this is the X-axis, alright? Keep in mind, always, alright? They never try to twist around and all that. They always keep this is the X-axis and this is your Y-axis, alright? But always look for X-axis. Even if they try to trick you by, I don't believe in tricking, because math means you need to understand and do the problem. It's not supposed to be tricky, but if they try to trick you, always look for the X-axis, and then look for the Y-axis. Alright, what do I mean by that? So let's say they try to give you a graph like this. Alright, so let's say put Y here, X here, but keep in mind this is your X and this is your Y. Alright, but Mr. Mac's not into that. Alright, always in a proper way of learning would be you give X-axis and Y-axis right there. Okay, good. Now let's locate that 4, which is on the X-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to draw a vertical line. Very important, a vertical line. Alright, vertical line. And then 6, that's going to be on Y-axis. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we're going to go right there. So what's the point of intercept? 4 and 6 right there. That's the point of intercept right there. And that's the coordinate for 4, 6. That's the coordinate for 4, 6. Very important. Alright? Pretty easy, isn't it? Very straightforward, okay? So very important. The key thing is you need to understand the X-axis is horizontal and the Y-axis is vertical, alright? So keep in mind vertical, horizontal, alright? And X starts first and then Y when you put the coordinate, alright? So always keep in mind, very important, alright? So when you mix it up, guess what? like the enemy warship try to shoot it to their own people, right? Rather than going to the different, which is good, alright? And here you are, SCOI Math Victory student who knows so much about coordinate system. When given the target 5, 2, right there, hits it to the enemy target. All right, okay, good. Let Mr. Mac erase the board and let's talk more about coordinates. All right, I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, my dear students, earlier we talked about the positive side of the x-axis and the y-axis. Okay, let Mr. Mac redraw those x-axis and y-axis. How do we do that? You got one straight line, okay, and that you know that x-axis, and then you got a, which is the horizontal line, and then we draw a vertical line, which would be the y-axis. Now, very important, the horizontal and the vertical have to be perpendicular. Okay, when I say perpendicular, that means they're making 90 degrees like this. All right, now this right here, there's a center right here, that is the called point of origin. It's 0, 0. That one is a 0, 0. That means x is 0, y is 0. So if I say my car is located on 0, 0 coordinate, that means you know it's right in the center. Okay, okay, that is the origin. Now this is called the Cartesian plane. Okay, so it's spelled Cartesian, plane. That means you have scale, you have x-axis, y-axis, origin, and then it's been scaled. Let's say Mr. Mac would start like 1, 2, 3, and then I got 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3. Okay, now keep in mind, this is the center, 0, 0. When you go to that direction from our number, remember from a number lesson, we know that when 0, and then you go down, it's positive, it's 1, 2, 3. Okay, when you go to your, actually when you go to the right, okay, this is your right, to your right, it's positive. When you go to your left on the x-axis, it's negative. 0, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. See that? So this way you can cover all the parts, okay? You can cover this side, this quadrant, this quadrant, this quadrant, this quadrant. See that? When you center in certain point. Okay? Now look at this. Y-axis. When you go up, this is the 0. When you go up, it becomes 1, 2, 3, and then of course there's no scale over there, right? Okay, Mr. Mac should put the line this side. Okay, there you go. That's the right side to put the line. Okay, so let's do the same thing on this one too. Let's put the line on this side. Okay, so this one will be negative 1, negative 2, negative 3. See that? So that's your center. When you go up, it's positive. When you go down, it's negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, negative 6. Just keep going. All right? So no stop to it. It depends how big the scale you want to create. All right? So it's very important. Okay? X-axis, horizontal. Y-axis, vertical. The center point, the point of origin. This is called the point of origin. Okay? 0, 0. Once you locate the 0, 0, when you go above, it's positive for y-axis. When you go down, okay, downward, it is negative. For x-axis, when you go to the right, is positive. When you go to the left, is negative. Okay, now let's say, for example, Mr. Mac to give you negative 3, negative 1, and I have to locate that. I told you, all right, soldiers, our enemies are located negative 3, negative 1. What do we do? Okay, let's look at it. Negative 3. So right, the first thing we do what? Scoring math with 3 always do what? That's right. Label it. Make sure that's the right one. X and Y, because this is a major thing. We want to do it right. Alright? Because we don't want to attack our own people. Alright? So we're going after our enemy. Okay, good. So we're going to find negative 3. So which is x-axis right there. So negative 1, negative 2, negative 3 right there. And then the y-axis is negative 1. That means you're going down. So in other words, you're going left by negative 3 and down by negative 1. I mean, in other words, left by 3 and down by 1. So in other words, you're going negative 3 and negative 1. So we're going to do a vertical line and a horizontal line, and the point of intercept is right there. That's where the location is. So that's why it's negative 3, negative 1. See that? Very important. Now if I ask you to find the distance for that, negative 3, negative 1, it's what? 3 unit to your left and 1 unit to your right. That's how you find the distance. So in other words, 3 units to your left. So 1, 2, 3 units to your left and 1 unit down. See that? 1 unit down. You don't have to use the word. You don't have to use the negative 3 and negative 1 because you're already describing 3 units to left. So we know from 0, 0, you got 3 units. 1 unit, 2 unit, 3 unit to your left. And then 1 unit down. Okay, once you're there, you go down by 1 unit right there. Another way of describing it. Let's hear in the radio, Roger, Roger, the enemy is located 3 unit to your left and 1 unit down. So that way you know 3 unit. But let's say you zeroed your another partner's location as 0, 0, and then you tell that partner from your location 3 unit to your left and 1 unit to down. That means he knows or she knows where the enemy is located. See that? Okay, see, that's why the origin point is so important, because when you position that, you can make which direction that enemy is located. All right? Okay, good. Let's do another one. Let's say, for example, Mr. Mac to tell you, locate 3, -4. Oh, we don't have -4. Let's do 3, -2. Okay? 3, -2. Okay? So what do we have to do first? All right, we're going to put X and Y. After a while, you already know that 3 is going to be X and -2 is going to be your Y. So let's do that. 3 is your X. 1, 2, 3 right there. And then we're going to do a vertical line. All right? Because then Y is what? -2. -2. 1, 2 right there. Now horizontal. That's right there. That's the location of the enemy. If I ask you, I zeroed you as an origin point, and I told you, Roger, Roger, my dear student, the enemy is located 3 units to your right and 2 units to down, to your below. Okay? That means what? Positive 3, -2. Because 3 units to your right, which means what? 1, 2, 3 to your right. Okay? And then down is a -2, down by 2 units. See that? Pretty interesting, isn't it? So very important to understand this concept. Okay? The key thing is, when I give you a coordinate, X, Y. Alright? If I ask you to find in the form of a distance, you use unit. Okay? These are each units. Alright? So 3 units to your right, 2 units to your below. Alright? Down. Okay? 2 units down, because that's negative. You go down. If it's a positive, let's say for example, if I give you -1, 3, okay, locate this one. So what is it? If I told you, if I zeroed my student as the origin point, what would be the distance be? 1 unit to the left, because it's negative. Okay, because zeroed means I zeroed you there, right there. So that means you have 1 unit to the left and 3 unit to up. 1, 2, 3 right there. See that? Of course, if you're going to use the coordinate system, -1 is right there and 3 is right there. And that's the point right there. Okay? -1, 3 is right there. But of course, we know this is X and this is Y. Because Mr. Mac's been doing so long, I know right away. And you will. Because practice makes it permanent. Alright? Because it's become permanent in you. But I want to make sure you practice the right way. I want the right way to become permanent in you. Alright? That's the key. Okay, that's why Mr. Mac is here, to bring the right thing for you to learn. Alright, good, my dear students. Let's do what? Hands-on practice. That's right. Good. Yes. Well, let's see what Pablo's doing. Let's do what Pablo's doing. He's been busy. Our dear Pablo is busy putting hands-on practice for you. He's such a awesome. And well, give me a few seconds. We'll call him out and we have fun. We'll have fun. Okay? I'll be back in a few seconds. Alright, my dear students, are you ready for some hands-on practice? I know you are. Mr. Mac is excited. I'm sure Pablo is waiting for us to call him. You want to call me? I'll call. Alright, I'll do it. Pablo, our dear Pablo. Come on over, Pablo. Come on over. Here's our Pablo. Well, my dear students, And once Pablo hand over the worksheet, to be sure to pause the video and then have fun with it. After that, invite Mr. McKeon so we can work together and we can have fun with hands-on practice. All right? All right, here it is, my dear student. Have fun. Whoa, he gave you some good handful of problems. All right, let's do it together, okay? The first one says label the Cartesian plane below by filling in the boxes. All right, filling in the boxes. All right, filling the blank. All right, so this is a given x-axis and y-axis right there. Pretty much Mr. Mac told you this is the x-axis. All right, and this is your y-axis. All right, very important, okay? The horizontal is always x, vertical is always y. And what is this? Point of origin. That's the origin. But we want the coordinate 0, 0. That's it, right there. You got it, all right? So that's problem number 1. And give yourself a nice pat in the back for knowing the y-axis, x-axis, and the origin, all right? Very important. X-axis is always the horizontal. Y-axis is always this vertical, and then the center is the origin, okay? Origin, all right? Keep in mind, that's the origin. So very important, okay? Good. Now let's go to problem number 2. Plot the following points and the distance, okay? They want to plot the following point and find the distance in the Cartesian plane given below, okay? So let's draw the Cartesian plane. Let's draw the graph, all right? So we're given y-axis, x-axis, and then this is 0 right there, and then we scale 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do that. And then let's put the scales 1, 2, 3, and this will be -1, -2, -3, and this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's put the x over here. Right, 4, and then -1, -2, -3, and -4. All right, okay. So we got the graph drawn. All right, now let's put down all the points that was given to us. We're given 2a, we're given capital A, it's 2, 1. Okay, let's locate 2, 1. So first thing is what? Exactly, put x, y. All right, so we know x is 2. That means 1, 2 right there. So that means we're going to put a vertical line, and then 1 is y, 1, an horizontal line. And that's right there. And that's your capital A. So we're going to put an A right there. All right, so we already found the point A, okay? So let's put that 2, 1, all right? Okay, good. Now let's find the distance. Now the distance is what? 1, 2 units. 2 units to the right and 1 units to the above, okay? Okay, so 2 units to the right, 1 unit, okay, it's 2 units to the right, 1 unit to the above, okay, to the above, right there, okay, 2 units, 1, 2, and then 1. See that? Okay, okay, good. Let's go to B. Now B, you're given capital B, 0, 3, all right? So again, we're going to put x, y. X is 0. Where is 0? Right there. Right there. X is 0. Okay. So that's for x-axis. That means this is the vertical line we're going to use. Vertical line. And y is 3. Where's 3? 1, 2, 3. Right there. 0, 3. Right there. Very important. Okay. That's 0, 3 right there. And that's B. B is 0, 3. Because for x, that's 0. Because this is actually 0, 0. So for x is 0, we go up. So in other words, the distance will be 0 units. 0 unit. Okay, that means you're not going right or left. Only 0 unit. Okay, actually we can write 0 unit to the right. That means you're not moving. Okay, pretty much you're staying there. And then 3 units to the above. 3 units to the above. So 0 units to the right, that means 0, no, we're not moving, am I right? So we stay there. And then 3 units to the above. 1, 2, 3 right there. See that? Okay, good. Let's do problem B. So we did 8B. Now let's do C. Okay, let's do let's write there C. Okay, C, we are given capital C, -3, 0. Okay, so what's -3? That's the x-axis and y-axis. All right, -3, 1, 2, 3 right there. And then we're going to put a vertical line, and then 0. It's right there because y is 0. So when this one, where's 0? Right there. So that means horizontal line is right there. So it's intercepting right here. Okay. All right. That means this is going to be a C, -3, 0. So if we want to find the distance, will be what? -3 units. In other words, actually 3 units. We don't put -3 because 3 units to the left, because you're already describing that. See that? To the left. We're describing negative will be the left. Okay? So you don't have to put negative. So 3 units to the left, 0 unit to the above. Alright? That means we're not moving nowhere. Okay? Because only 0. Alright? So 3 units to the left. That means your left will be this side. 1, 2, 3 and 0. Oh, right there. Okay? You don't move at all. Alright, right there. See that? Pretty easy, isn't it? Okay, let's do problem D. Alright, so how about Mr. Mac do this? Let Mr. Mac erase this side so we can make use of this space right there. Give me a few seconds. Alright, my dears, so now we got a lot of rooms now, okay? Alright, we did C. Okay, let's do D. Now, problem D, capital D is -3, -2, okay? So, what's our first step? X and Y, that's right, X and Y, very important. So, X is -3, okay? So, D, so -3, -2. So, X is -3, that means we're going to the left by 3 units, okay, because we're going negative direction. 1, 2, 3, and the vertical line is already there. Okay, so right there the vertical line. Okay, now y is -2. That means where are we going? Negative means going down by how many units? 2 units. 1, 2. So we draw the horizontal line. All right, make sure you write on the on the 2. Okay, very important, -2. So where's the point of intercept? Right here. This is the one we're looking for. Vertical and horizontal intercept right there. So that means that's your D, which is -3 for X and -2 for Y right there. Alright, that's the point D. Okay, now the distance would be what? 3 units to the left. Okay, 3 units to the left. Okay, because you're going to the left because negative. Alright, and 3 units. Okay, so 3 units to the left, okay, because we're going to the left, all right, that's a negative unit. Now 2 units to the down, okay, so 2 units to the down, okay, below, down or below, okay, or you can use the word below, whichever you want to use. All right, 2 units down or below, okay, so that's right there, that's the distance for D. Okay, let's do E. Now E, you're given capital E is 4, -1. Exactly, good job. X, Y. So X is what? 4. That means positive 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we put a vertical line. Alright? Okay, vertical line. And Y is what? -1. Where is -1 for Y? Right there. You go down. Alright? And then you put the horizontal line. Where is it touching? It's right there. It's right touching right there. And that's your E. Okay, so that's your E is 4, -1. Okay, that's your E. And what's the distance? 4 units to the right. See that? Because it's going right. See, this is your reference point. So it's going to the right. And then, how many units? 1 unit. Okay, 1 unit to the below. Or to the down. Okay, to below. Alright, so it's going down. See, 4 units to the right, 1 unit down. Right there. Okay, so 1 unit down or below. Okay, all right, good. And then F. F is capital F, -3, 3. So good job. X, Y. Okay, so we know X is -3. That means going to the left. How many units? 3 units. 1, 2, 3. All right. So the vertical line is already there. And then 3 for Y. That means you're going up How many units? 3. 1, 2, 3. Horizontal line. So that's the point of intercept. So that's for F. Negative 3, 3. Okay? So the distance is going to be 3 units to the left, 3 units to the up. Okay? So 3 units. So 3 units to the left because it's negative. See that? That's why it's going left. And then 3 units to the above. Okay? Up to the above. So you're going above by 3 units. Alright? So 3 units to the left, 3 units to the above. And that's the point F. Alright? Good. How did you do? I know you did good because you're Mr. Mac student. Alright? Okay, good. Well, problem 3. Let Mr. Mac erase the board and then we'll do problem 3. Okay? I'll be back with you in a few seconds. Alright, my dear student, you ready for problem number 3? Alright, Mr. Mac already got plotted the Cartesian plane on the board. Now, our goal is to locate the points of coordinate, okay, the coordinate points on the Cartesian plane. Alright, the first one, U. Where is U located? It's right on the origin, which is what? 0, 0. Exactly. So, for A, U is what? 0, 0. It's right there. 0, 0 is on the origin. Okay, so let's look at B. B, the V. Where is V? V, 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 V. Oh, it's right there. Okay, the V is right here. Okay, where is it located? What we have to start first? X and then Y. Okay, let's put this X and then Y. Alright, so let's look for X. Where is X? Right there. V is right there. X is in what? What's the coordinate for X? It's a fall on the 0. See that? So that's 0 and Y 1, 2, 3. So it's at negative 3. So 3 below. Okay, 3 down, that means negative 3. So Y is negative 3 right there. Alright, let's do C. Now C is W. Okay, where is W? W is right there. Alright, so let's put it's very important. You got to put a bracket, then you can put the 2 points. Alright, and you're going to start with X and then Y. So let's locate X first. So it's right there. So 1, 2. It's 2x. For x is 2. Y is, so take this point and then put a horizontal line. Alright? And that is 1, 2, 3. 3 right there. So W is 2, 3. Very important. To locate the point, always start with X. Put a vertical line. To locate the Y point, you put the horizontal to that. See that? So wherever it touches like this, that's for your Y, and that's for your X, which is 2. See that? So 2, 3. 2, 3. Alright, let's do D. Now D is X point. We're looking for X. Where is X? Right there. Okay? So first, we want to locate what? XY. The X point. X point is this, is the X-axis. So 1, 2. Alright, see the 2, positive 2 right there. Alright, so it's 2. And what about Y? It's not moving up or down, it's staying where it is. That means what? 0. That means 0. Y is 0. See that? See Y, this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 for Y axis. See that's 0. So it's referring to the 0 part of the Y. X is the 2. Okay? Alright, so now let's do the next one, which is E, which is Y. Where is Y? Right here. Y is right here. So what do we have to do? In order to find the x-axis, we have to put a vertical line. Alright, for x-axis, for x point. Alright, the x point of it, we put a vertical line, which is, where is it touching? Negative 3. They're touching on negative 3. So again, we're going to put a bracket. We're going to start with x and then y. It's touching at negative 3. What about y? So we're going to put a horizontal line. Touch like the negative 2 of the y-axis. Negative 2 of the y-axis. So it's negative 2 right there. Alright, very important, okay? So you got to put a vertical line for x-axis, horizontal line for y-axis. And you see where it's touching. Alright, touching at negative 3 and negative 2. So the negative 3 and 2. Because we want the x first and then y next. Alright, so let's look at the next one. It's the z. Okay, F is z. And let's find z. So always start with x and then y. Very important, okay? So in order to find the x coordinate, I have to draw what line on that point? A vertical, okay, a vertical line. So I'm going to put a vertical line. Where is it touching? On -2. It's touching on -2. That means x is -2. Alright, to find the y coordinate, I have to draw what line? Horizontal, okay, horizontal. The point is right there. I'm going to put a horizontal line. And where is it touching? 4. It's touching on the 4 on the y-axis. That means y coordinate is 4. See that? So it's -2, 4. Alright? Okay, let's say, Mr. Mac, to give you another point. Let's say if I ask you to find, let's say this one right here. I'd say this one is M. Ask you to find M. So what do we do first? First, let's put M, and we're looking for x first and then y next, the coordinates. So let's find the x coordinate. In order to find the x coordinate, that means I want to find where this point is touching on x-axis. In order to do that, what do I have to do? Draw a vertical line, alright? Starting from that point, vertical line. See that? So it's touching on 4 on x-axis. That means it's 4. To find the y coordinate, I have to draw what line? Horizontal. I want to see where it's touching on y-axis. Alright? So let's put the horizontal line right from the point. It's touching -2. See that? -2. That means y is -2. Y coordinate is -2. Is that pretty easy, isn't it? Alright, let's do one more. Okay, I know it's not a part of the hands-on practice, but I wanted to test you. I want to challenge you all. Alright, let's find another point. Okay, let's say this time the point is, let's say, right here. Okay? And we're going to say N. We're going to locate that point N. We're going to give a coordinate for that point. Alright, how about we do? Exactly. We'll put N first and then X first, Y next. We're looking for X first and then Y. Okay? Make it a habit. Alright? Put a bracket, put a comma in between because we're going to put one coordinate for X, one coordinate for Y. We always start with X. We're looking for X. So X axis, where is it touching? That point is touching what, I mean, when I draw a vertical line, I want to see where it's touching on X axis. Alright, that's the point. So I'm going to put a vertical line starting from that point. It's touching a 1 X axis. That means it's what? 1. Now I want to find Y coordinate. That means I want to find where from that point touching, when I put a horizontal line touching at the Y axis. Okay, so I'm going to go this way. It's touching at 2, means 2. 1, 2. That's the coordinate for N. Alright, you got it? Good job. Alright, good. Well, that tells you the moment Mr. Max said good and that tells you, and here's how Mr. Pablo, our dear Pablo, walking by and say, time for quiz! Yay! It's time for quiz! Alright, my dear student, it is time for quiz. It's going to be so much fun, alright? Because you're going to do it on your own. Everything that you learn with Mr. Mac, you're going to apply it on your own. That's the beauty about it, alright? Alright, my dear student, have fun with it, okay? Once you're done, come and see Mr. Mac on the next sub-lesson. Okay, I'll be here waiting for you, alright? But take your time. Have fun with it. Bye-bye.